Alright, welcome back everybody. This is gonna be another episode of Explaining Last Epoch. We take various mechanics and interactions and we explain everything about it. This time around we're gonna be talking about a very important one, legendary items. Legendary items are extremely strong and they can enable various things on our builds, and also it's my favorite mechanic in Last Epoch. Now let's start with the basics. What is a legendary item? A legendary item is a unique item that has absorbed an affix from an exalted item, and it takes this red color. You get the extra affixes on top of your unique affixes, and it looks like that. It's unmodifiable after that, of course. Now, where do we craft those items, and what kind of items we can craft with that? In order to craft legendary items, we need to delve into Temporal Sanctum dungeon. These are the keys that give us access into this. If you right click, you go here, and after you delve through the Temporal Sanctum first two floors, you are fighting the boss here, Chronomancer Jura. After you kill her, you are done with the dungeon and you can get access into crafting your legendary item by accessing the Eternity Cache. Now, it is very important that as every dungeon, the Temporal Sanctum has 4 tiers. The first tier allows you to craft uniques into legendaries up to level 50, the second tier up to level 65, the third tier up to level 75, and the tier 4 Jura allows you to craft any level requirement uniques into legendaries. Now, what kind of uniques and what's a unique that is qualified to get into Eternity Cache? Now, you need to have a unique that has legendary potential, as we say, commonly LP. That's a very common question in the Last Epoch Discord. What is LP? It stands for legendary potential on unique items. Unique items can currently drop with 1, 2, 3 or 4 legendary potential, and basically legendary potential is the number that represents the amount of affixes that will get absorbed from the exalted item that gets destroyed into your unique item. Now, how does an exalted item qualifies for the Eternity Cache? Now, you need the same type. So for example, here we have a 2LP Siphon of Anguish. We need a ring, the specific implicit, the specific base does not matter. This is a gold ring, this is a turquoise ring, but you need to have the same type. So we need any ring for this to happen. For wands, we need wands. For 100 swords, we need 100 swords. For 200 swords, we would need 200 swords. And you can use exalted items. You need to use exalted items, but you can use also double exalted items or whatever. And for an exalted item to qualify, it needs to have 4 full affixes. That means 2 prefixes and 2 suffixes. You can have a sealed affix, as you can see right here, but the sealed affix gets ignored in the process. You can never drop a sealed affix into a legendary item. Very quickly to note that Weaver's Wheel uniques, this is a special category of uniques. They cannot be used on the Eternity Cache, and you cannot craft them into legendary items with this process. Basically, whenever you're leveling up and you're spending the wheel on the item, it's getting extra legendary affixes by itself. So they don't drop with LP, and you cannot use them in the cache. Now, the process is very, very simple. You put your unique, you put your exalted item, you pray to the RNG gods, you're changing timeline with the default key D, and you're getting out your legendary item out of the cache. If you forget to grab it out, you can run the Temporal Sanctum dungeon once again, and your legendary item will wait in this cache right here. Now, one more important thing that we need to note, that every unique in the game that can roll legendary potential has a specific level of legendary potential. This is the effective level of legendary potential. It's a number by itself. It's its own basically NBT data, let's say, on the item. It doesn't have anything to do with area level or anything like that, but it represents how easy or how hard it is for a unique to have one or more legendary potential when it drops. As you can see, Wings of Argenius is the highest level of legendary potential that we have, is 115. It is almost impossible, if not impossible, to get more than 1 LP in Wings, and even 1 LP is very, very tough. Now, once you have in the last Epoch tools here in the database of the items, I will have this link on the description. If you go into any item, you can actually see what basically the effective level of LP means. There has been a little bit of a data mine that happened a while ago. It's not extremely accurate, but it represents a very good amount of how possible it is for you to get LP on a unique. So basically on Prism Maps it says LP1 uncommon. Anything that has very rare, it's extremely tough to get it, right? Extremely tough to get it. So just to be clear, uncommon and rare, you can drop it, a little bit of luck, but anything that has very rare, just so you know, it's very hard to get that amount of LP on a certain unique. Of course, some uniques are a little bit easier to farm, some uniques are a little bit harder, but the main purpose of this level of legendary potential scale to exist is that the better a unique is, for the most part, means that it's gonna have higher legendary potential. It's not 100%, but that's the idea. It is very important to note that specific cases of items have generally speaking high level of legendary potential. Boots is one very specific example of that. We don't have a lot of boots that have a low level of legendary potential, even those that they're not considered extremely good, because unique boots already have movement speed for the most part on them, and you can add extra movement speed, so that makes it a very valuable item for a lot of builds, for leveling builds and stuff like that. So some stuff like that are taken into account from EAZ when they're adding this level to a unique. And also keep in mind that this level will also appear on our patch notes, maybe not as a number, but you know, they will say that oh yeah, we're making Ravenous Void easier to get legendary potential. That means this number from 105 may go to level 100, let's say. Hopefully. Alright, if you have any questions about legendary items and you need to know anything about them, let me know in the comments or drop by my Twitch streams. I'm always available for you, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.